Hey, what's up guys? Gary Walker here and welcome back for another video. This video is all about your triceps, man. I'm gonna give you the only 3 exercises you need to do to get massive triceps. All right, here's the deal. There's a lot of cool exercises out there. There's several I would recommend, but if you do these 3, you do these consistently, you focus on progressive overload, you make sure you're eating in a caloric surplus, these 3 alone will give you massive and impressive looking triceps. All right, before I get into the actual exercises, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, man, please subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click on that bell icon as well. That way you get notified every time I upload a new video. All right, with that said, here's the thing. Very first one is a mass builder. I love the close grip bench press. So here's the thing with the close grip bench press. Make sure you're warm, your elbows are warm, your shoulders are warm. Do a little mobility circuit, get some light weight, do a couple acclimation sets before you get into some heavy close grip work. Because when you're doing close grip, we're talking your hands are gonna be this close. When they're that close, guess what? Your elbows and your shoulders are a little bit more vulnerable. If you're working chest, you're out here. So they're more in a perfect alignment. The alignment is totally different. But when you're in here, the other thing I really want you to focus on, rotating. You got the bar, rotate. You see the rotation there? Hopefully you can see it. Rotate those elbows in, rotate the elbows in and brush them down along the side of your body. So keep them in tight, keep them in close. And you don't have to bring the bar all the way down to the chest. That's actually gonna strain your shoulders. So when you're doing a close grip bench press, again, hands close, rotated, you're coming down. If you see where I'm at here, I've got a fully stretched tricep right there. That's what you want. Tricep is fully stretched, then extend it by pressing the weight back up. The reason I'm making that point, a lot of people, once they get in the fully stretched, they think they continue to go down. They need to still go down. Look at the shoulder going back. Shoulder going back. Now you're stretching the shoulder, the pec delt tie-in, you're stretching your chest, your shoulder. So from this bottom movement, you're gonna activate the pecs. So you're gonna start getting your chest work done. You don't want your chest to work. It's going to already work as a secondary mover, but the primary mover should be your triceps. So it's a lot smaller range of motion. So again, close, in, down, right back up. Down, right back up. So look, this angle, here, press. Here, press. That's what you're doing. You're not coming all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, all the way up. So make sure you're paying attention to that when you're within that working set. Do that for each rep. That's gonna keep your shoulders and your elbows healthy and really, really put a lot of the focus and emphasis on building thick triceps. So this is my favorite tricep builder. All right. Now we're going straight up push down, tricep push down with a cable. I love push downs. There's straight bar push downs you can do. If again, you have issues with your shoulders or your elbows, then you can actually rotate and get a rope. Rope push down, same effect, gives you a little bit better range of motion. It's a little bit easier on your joint. So straight bar or rope, whichever you have, I'm good with either one. Just again, make sure your elbows are locked in. I like to keep elbows locked in and don't come all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. Keep those elbows locked, stretch the triceps, contract, stretch, contract. That's all you need to do. You don't want to come up here and then bring your elbows forward. Keep your elbows locked in place, and that's gonna keep a lot of tension on your elbows, and it's gonna take away the momentum and the cheating that a lot of people tend to do. All right, that's the second exercise. So we've maxed out some of the heavy weight with the close grip bench. Now we got a little bit more of the higher reps. with the full range of motion tricep pushdowns. Now we're gonna get into an overhead stretch. That's gonna be the deepest stretch that you're gonna be able to get with your tricep. So I love to get that really deep stretch. All right, you get that stretch, take it as deep as you can comfortably go without hurting your shoulders. We all have different shoulder mobility. You'll notice in my demonstration, my shoulders aren't that mobile, man. They're a little bit wider, a little bit bigger shoulders, and they've lost a lot of mobility over the years. So if you got really mobile shoulders, bring your elbows in nice and tight, take a nice deep stretch, full contraction at the top. So your rep may look different than mine. At the end of the day, the goal is to get your elbows in as tight as possible. So if they're way out here and that's the best you can do, then just be safe with the weight. Take it down all the way up. If you're here and you can bring those elbows in tighter, then go tighter, okay? But again, a lot of that has to do with your shoulder mobility. Do you have previous shoulder injuries? If any of those things bother you, then it's okay to rotate those elbows out a little bit just to give you a little bit more clearance. But the good overhead stretch, the good overhead contraction, you've got the middle and you've got the lower. So we're working the full plane of motion. We're working all three exercises from the top stretch up, the mid stretch across, and then the up stretch down. So you're getting three different angles. So that's why I like pairing these three exercises together. You do these, you got your mass builders, you got your shapers, you got your stretchers. So you're gonna get really good results. 3 sets of each. 3 sets of each is only 9 reps. So if you're doing 9 reps, guess what? You can actually do this exercise or this workout twice. So you can add a 4th set if you want. If you're only gonna be working triceps once a week, or you wanna pair them with your chest or your shoulders, and you're only doing that once a week, then you can do a 4th rep of something, or a 4th set, 4th set of the mass builder. 4 sets there, 3 on the push downs, 3 overhead. That's 10 total sets. That's plenty for the triceps. So again, it doesn't take a whole lot because your triceps are a smaller muscle. They're larger than the biceps. However, they're smaller than the chest, smaller than the back and the quads and the hams. So it's a lot smaller muscle that doesn't require the same amount of sets overall. So basically, if you do these, you do them once or twice a week, you're gonna start noticing some growth, man. If your goal is to grow, make sure you're eating to grow. That's the last thing I will point out. Because at the end of the day, if you're eating in a caloric deficit, if you're trying to lose weight, you're burning fat, you're doing all these things, and then you're thinking you're gonna grow triceps, you're not gonna grow them, all right? You can harden them up, you can do some other things, but if you really want to grow a muscle, then you gotta feed the muscle. You've got to fuel your workouts. You've got to eat enough for recovery. So food is paramount if you're trying to grow, even if it's something as small as triceps. One other thing, I said that was the last thing, but this one I feel like I need to say as well. Don't neglect the compound movements. So I do know a lot of people that, hey man, I want big arms. So I'm gonna work arms 3 times a week and that's all I'm gonna do. Guess what? You're minimizing your results because you're not doing the big movers, the compound movers. If you really wanna grow, even your triceps or your biceps or your shoulders, you gotta do squats. You gotta do overhead presses. You gotta do heavy bench presses. You gotta do barbell rows. You gotta do chin-ups. Add those compound movements to these arm workouts, then that's when you see crazy growth. You will grow because when you're doing the compound movements, you're also boosting testosterone. You're boosting growth hormone. You're getting a ton of other benefits. You're overloading the triceps when you're working heavy chest. Yeah, primary muscle is chest, but secondary muscle is still triceps. And when you're going really heavy, you're overloading those triceps, so you're gonna help grow your triceps. So you wanna make sure you're still doing all the compound movements. But all right, man, didn't mean to get too long-winded with this video, but at the end of the day, if you have any questions about any of the exercises, the rep ranges, anything at all, comment below and let me know. Also, do me a favor, leave me a comment and let me know you liked the video if you did it. Give me a thumbs up to show me you liked it, but also leave me a comment. I don't get a whole lot of comments, but guess what? Every time I do get one, I reply to it. So if you leave me a comment, you're gonna get a reply. So even if it's just to let me know, hey man, great video, then I will thank you for that comment. Other than that though, that's all that I got. Get busy, get after it, and God bless.